And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Do that! Oh, hard! Yes, y'alls. It is The Bonfire.
This one is new but not live.
New, not live, but only a few hours.
We
live.
are just in the past. What's the future like?
While you're listening to this, we're wearing the same stuff. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson, that's Dan Soder.
I was just like thinking about how we just air jerked off Merkface over our shoulder.
So much.
And I would say that this
we
is
did it hard, just like that.
Just like, yeah, Jay and Dan jerking off Merkface, Sandy.
Work the balls and hit the shaft.
Remember that fake hand job he was giving me on the way to Queens? Andy coming on my shoulder. I was just saying, this is the most
Boston Batch on my face.
This is the most like relaxed work environment ever. I don't think anyone, if you ever, I'm trying to imagine any of us getting offended at something that's even off air, something that's said, like lubing, like, hey man, you crossed the line. Could you imagine if Jacob's like, hey, can I talk to you after the show? Just hey, hang back in the studio. Just can you? I got some lines.
Everything's not a joke.
Okay, you guys made me break my diet, and that's not really funny.
I can't wait. Jacob's gonna eat. He's gonna eat breaded Chick-fil-A.
Is this the first time you've ever had Chick-fil-A? Oh, you really do eat like a mouse. You only eat discarded apples and small.
I have to. The weird part is I have to break up his Chick-fil-A sandwich and put it in his box.
And then I have to chew it and then put it in his mouth. Open your mouth, Jacob. Open your mouth.
I have to give him a Dr. Pepper in that upside down
the gerbil water thing. Okay, I'm going to go hit my wheel for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to. You beat me right through that.
I'm going to go run this off on the wheel.
Come on.
Oh, God. Hey, can you guys change some of these wet pellets?
Trying to burn more than I take in.
Simple hamster dieting. We were talking on the way up here because we were talking about how they eliminated Race Wars, and My Wife Hates Me completely off the Opie channel.
Opie Radio.
Opie Radio.
Clean house.
Cleaned house except for Jim and Sam, and then Opie in the afternoon. And I said to Jay and Christine, it's like when your mom and dad get into a fight, and they're like, your friend's sleeping over, and they're like, your friend goes home now.
Yes, go home.
No, what? He didn't do anything.
But he's here. It's like, we're having a domestic right now, and I need your friend to leave.
I need Race Wars to go to their own house. There's still a podcast you can download.
I don't need Race Wars telling Stand-Up Labs that Opie Radio is having a domestic.
Okay, and I definitely don't need Rich and Bonnie telling the Riotcast Network.
When we see each other at the Marconi Awards, I don't
Marconi Awards? What the fuck are the Marconi Awards?
Is the Marconi the inventor of radio?
Yeah, radio.
Fucking
the excellence in radio, you get an award.
Jay dropping knowledge. The Macaroni Awards? What's it called?
Marconi.
Oh, that sounds like...
He invented the modern radio, right?
Yep, him and Tesla.
Him and Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm so dumb.
5-man acoustic jam, Tesla. Oh, they don't just make fucking dope-ass hits from the 80s.
They don't just put on porkin' music in the 80s.
They were an awesome band who made some great songs, and they were like, how do we get this out to the people?
Yeah.
Radio. I'll call my friend Marconi.
John Marconi. He lives in Orange, New Jersey.
Orange. He lives in Orange, New Jersey.
It sounds like a made-up name. Marconi sounds...
This is all stuff I just know from listening to Stern.
Okay, all right.
About Marconi.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't know Tesla invented radio. Lou has...
I thought Tesla invented...
alternate current, direct current, right?
Yeah.
He did, but he was instrumental in radio.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Instrumental how? Like just bass solos?
Teach us more, Lou.
He was in there doing some things.
Whatever Lou's chewing, he did not expect to be called to answer questions. And it looks like it's a long, hard chew, like Skittles.
Yeah,
all you can do is wad it up like unchewable gum in your jaw so you can talk. Marco was it was cool. When you started radio, it's cool.
70s outfielder, you're like... I got caught chewing Skittles in a lie, and it was one of the weirdest. I lied to someone.
Tongue's just green.
As I was chewing Skittles, and they're like... looking at him in the eye.
What was the lie?
I forgot. It was an ex-girlfriend, and it was something where I was, and I...
Where were you? I was...
That was the whole thing.
What's funny is inside you, even though everything's falling apart for you, there's still the back of your head.
Yeah.
Is still going like, oh, grape. I love grape.
It was one of those Halloween.
Grape ones.
It was one of the Halloween packets, you know, that you can just tear open and have.
Yeah.
And I was out drinking, and I told her
You
I
always
was
eat them all.
Yeah, and I told her I wasn't out drinking, and I slinked it all into one hand, and I popped it, and she goes, "Oh, because Olivia saw you at the bar," and I was like, "That's right," when the whole mouth went in, and I was like,
Your friend Olivia?
"Oh God, I got a lot of greens in here."
Your friend Olivia saw me. I think your friend Olivia is trying to break us up. She's always. I think your friend Olivia wants to fuck me.
This lime is tart.
Because why did I get the sours?
But getting back to having friends sent home, you were saying everyone's had that moment at this when your friend's sleeping over and you do something bad.
When my mom was pregnant with my first sister,
Yeah.
hormonal as all hell. My buddy John Amon was over the house.
Yeah.
After school one day, and we're hanging out. He was probably going to stay. My friends were always just kind of around. Like I did one of those households again because I was such an in-house babysitter that they always kind of let my friends hang with me.
That was part of the perk of you watching your brothers and sisters.
Yeah, and I had good friends. They were.
Yeah.
I didn't hang out with like punks really. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like these people were over here doing it. Like I was actually more this shithead, like giving and showing everybody porn.
Wait, at a young age?
My homemade porn. Hey, you guys want to come over and watch me beat one out?
They're like, what are you? Why do I don't want to watch that?
You're like, no, not in person. I have like a VHS of it.
Oh no, I'll sit next to you while you watch.
I'll just watch you watching me.
Yeah, I want to watch you.
And that
watch me.
that's what inspires the next video.
And you know what I'm jerking off to? Me jerking off.
Me jerking off to you watching me jerk off. Yeah, John Amon was over, and my mom was just crazy hormonal being pregnant. My mom had several pregnancies.
So she was dipping celery into ice cream and like doing all that crazy.
I don't remember having that kind of thing. It was just like her.
That's what I always assume with pregnant women is that they're just eating two foods that don't go together.
Yeah, her mood would just flip.
Okay.
And she goes,
I've never been around a pregnant woman for a long period of time because Trish shot me out and then that fucking closed off.
Sealed it up.
That was like, there's one factor.
That was an entrance only after that.
Yeah, this big head coming out. I'm like,
bring it all swimmers.
Blah! I was like a homecoming team running through one of those paper things where the football team comes through. We're gonna beat North and we're gonna win homecoming. My mom's like, my vagina's in shock.
You gotta run out of the tunnel. Dan came out flapping his arms.
So your mom's super hormonal.
Super hormonal.
You
My
have
buddy
friends
John's
sleeping over.
No, it wasn't sleeping over.
Sleeping over was a big deal when you were a kid, though. I'm talking about when you had a friend sleep over, because that was like a locked in.
Yeah, but this was definitely like, it's like, tell your parents you're having dinner at my house.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And he was there. He was going to hang with me for a couple hours. We were going to play video games maybe. And she comes in out of the room and she goes, Jay, take the trash out. And I go, okay. I was like, and actually, we may have already had dinner.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even that, but he was just hanging. She goes, take the trash out. And I was like, all right, so John's going to leave like very shortly. So let me, I'll take it out when I take him out. And she goes, I said, take it out now. And I just this was a reasonable thing. I'm like, John's really leaving in a few minutes, so I'll just like walk it out with him and take it out. And she goes, her voice literally, she goes, I said no! And started fucking losing her shit.
Right there in front of John?
John hauled ass out he just left.
Right as she started screaming?
He fucking hauled ass out the door so fast.
Kids got good instincts.
Good instincts. My mom goes and gets
frozen.
a fucking frying pan.
What? Did you hear
out of character for her?
Did you hear the dishes move around a little bit?
It was like the unsheathing of a sword. You heard that?
My mom would always go when wooden spoon would be into effect. You would hear that drawer open, and then you hear like the shuffling around of things, and you'd be like, "I know which spoon she's going for. I know exactly which spoon she's going for." And then it would come out.
That's the beaten spoon.
Oh, that's beaten spoon and vanilla pudding.
Oh, that ain't no stirring spoon.
Yeah. So she grabs a pot. She grabs a pan.
Chasing
comes back
me upstairs.
Okay.
I never argued with her for 1 second. I just said, of course I'll take the trash out. Mm-hmm. I get it. And she just lost and chased me into my room.
You got the door shut.
Closed the door, locked the door. She hit the door with the frying pan.
That was going to be my next one.
And then I waited My stepfather would get home from work at like midnight.
And you had to wait it out till Joe got home?
Like 5 hours.
Do you feel like she was pacing in front of the door?
I do. I don't think she even like cooled off until he got home.
What?
And was like,
you're like trapped in your room?
He was like, what are you doing? Well, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And she like kind of calmed down then. But yeah, my mom was like, talk about 0 to 60. 0 to 60 terror.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Terror going 0 to 60?
My mom was not abusive, didn't really hit me very much. But when she would go to the physical, it would like, she'd lose her shit. One time, my stepfather made her angry because he was laughing so hard. And she was like, get in your room. At this point, I'm way bigger than her.
Yeah.
My mom's tiny. She goes, get in your room. And I'm like, Mom, just wait. Let's just talk. And I'm probably being the like, annoying.
Well, you're doing I'm bigger than you now, and I don't have to go in my room. There's no terror.
It wasn't even that I'm not going in my room. It was more like I'm at an age where you should understand, like, I'm telling you my side of this point here.
I'm a human being. Listen to me.
I'll turn you around. I know, probably in hindsight, whatever she was saying was right.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be like, but this is pregnant with my...
And you're always picking fights with your pregnant mom.
Maybe pregnant with my brother. But maybe she wasn't even pregnant. Whatever it was, she was like...
She's like, Jay, you know what happens when another human's growing inside of me. I'm uncontrollable.
She goes, get in your room. I was like, wait, just listen. She's like, get in your room. And then she starts trying to, like, push me into the room and actually does, like, the shoulder block into my body.
Which is really funny because if you're bigger than her...
Well, she's also not moving me with it.
Okay.
So it's like a woman trying to, like, leaning into a wall, trying to move a wall.
Yeah.
And my stepfather starts giggling.
When a little kid is pushing on someone's back, like an adult's back, and they're like,
yeah, that's what it looks like. And my stepfather starts laughing, which makes me start laughing, and then she feels like she's being laughed at.
And then she goes ape shit.
And then she grabs one of those. It's small, but it's a vase.
A vase or a vase?
A vase.
Okay.
But it's one of those little ones for like a single rose. You get it at like a 7-Eleven almost. So it's like shitty, but it's super, super thick. It's very small.
Yeah.
But it's like a hard ball almost with like a stem coming out of it, you know? And she grabs that and she goes, oh, you think it's funny? She goes, I can't move you. You think that's funny? And she grabbed that thing and just whipped it at me. I move. It puts a hole in the wall.
Jesus.
Like, that's how heavy and hard this thing was. I'm like, you would have killed me. You would have killed me. You're crazy. You would have killed me. I went in my room, though.
Yeah, see, she won.
I was like, I'm not going to. She was aiming at me.
Next time you get into a fight, you just hear the tick of a cattle prod. You're like, what is that? Tara, where did you get that? You think I can't move you? Trish always picked her spots the best. Trish would wait like a cobra to strike. So I'd be like, I remember I almost failed 8th grade. Like, I came, I think 1 credit above not failing 8th grade where I was going to be held back.
Oh,
shit. So I would have had to repeat 8th grade. This wasn't and that was not going to high school with all my friends. And I was supposed to write this paper for extra credit to push me over so I can fucking go to high school. And all my friends were having a house party at some degenerate's house, and I wanted to go. My mom was trying to help me with the paper, and I was sitting in a desk chair. And she's like, this sucks. This isn't even good. And I was like, well, then why don't you write it yourself? She goes, what'd you say?
You maniac.
Yeah. She goes, and Trish has 0 to 60. That's where I get it. And she goes, what did you just say to me? And I go, why don't you write it yourself?
You committed though.
Yeah.
You didn't give her the line. You didn't even give her a nothing. You go, I said.
It's that fear.
You're like an abducted kid who grew up and is finally decided to stick up for himself.
I want to go home. But I said it terrified, where I was backing up. It wasn't like I was going to make a stand, but it was like, I said, write it yourself. And Trish just goes, okay. Whap, 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 whap. Like undercut, 2 jabs, and then another undercut.
She threw you with a combo?
Dude, she threw me a 1-2-1. It's legitimately a 1-2-1. A 1, pap, pap, 1. And I was like, oh, it just rocked me back in the chair. And I just looked at her, and she was like, it was one of those things, when I was 13, so I was still a little boy, but also something I was like, and the pain didn't upset me. It was that she just fucking rocked me.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, the paper. And you start crying, and then her boyfriend was like, what happened? He's stirring his drink with his finger. What happened in there?
That's what those cries were always about, though, too. It wasn't about the pain anymore.
No, so your mom just socked on you.
It's like, she's supposed to protect me, and she hurts me the most. You said you loved me, and you don't. You're my protector.
Yeah, man. She fucking lost her shit. The one time I had a friend, one of the times I had a friend.
When she wasn't punching you, she had the pinkies together in front of her face like Tyson. Yeah,
She's
the
biting her
Tyson
thumb.
blocks.
She's biting her thumb gloves. Trish, that's enough. Joe's putting it out.
Like, I look in Dan's eyes, and I knew that if he just lowered his eyes for 1 second, I was in his head.
And then she leans in my mouth. She goes, "Everybody's got a plan till they get punched in the face." Did you just quote Iron Mike Tyson at me? She goes, "My name's Trish. My defense is impregnable. I'll eat your babies. All praise be to Allah."
Your mom just, you go, "Why don't you write it yourself?" And then she bites your ankle.
Yeah. No, my ear. Why did you do that? Joe's like, I should have.
That's what happened right before that picture we saw. The thing. That's right when she bit your ear off.
Oh no! She's laughing. She sent a friend home because we did prank. I used to prank phone call all the time. That was like the thing that I did.
So fun. No Star 69 then.
Well, guess what? The year that Star 69 was invented.
Good year.
No one caught on. Well, in my household, no one told me about it. And me and my friend Louis Condon, very close to Condom. He took a lot of shit for it. Very good fighter.
You gotta learn.
You gotta learn how to fight when your last name is very close to Condom. He and I were prank phone calling, and then it was not even a good prank. I called a guy, and his name was Richard, and I was like, "Is Dick there?" And then we like kind of laughed and hung up. And then we're sitting there, and it's like, my phone rings, and I'm like, "Oh, don't pick that up. Don't pick that up." And my mom picks it up, and then I just hear a conversation happening. And I just look at Lewis, and I'm like...
And she did a bunch of the... Oh, okay.
That's exactly what it was.
Oh, did he? Did he?
She goes like this, I apologize. I just want to apologize. And you hear right when the phone hangs up, "Dad!" And you're like, fuck. And she came upstairs, she's like, "Lewis, go home." That was the one where she just looked at Lewis, and she was like, "Go home." And I was like, "He can't. He's supposed to spend the night.
His parents are going to have sex."
We had to clear this through so many channels. And then, she like screamed. But it was one of the things where he wasn't even out of the house.
His dad's boning up as we speak.
They're probably having afternoon sex. They have a lot of kids. And then she sent him home, and I was so fucking upset because I was like, man, Lewis hates me. And off a bad prank. That's why I was the most upset. It was a shitty prank.
Didn't even nail it.
No. I mean, I've had so many good pranks where I'm like, well, this is the one. This is the one.
We're going to eat shit.
I told a plumber that my son's hand was stuck in a drain.
Oh, these are elaborate.
Oh, no. I would go. I used to call a mental hospital and ask if I should let my kid out of the closet. I have it locked, and it usually stops him from freaking out.
And those are so elaborate.
And they'd be like, "Sir?" My favorite one was when
I used to call and just be like, "Do you have large pizzas with pepperoni?" "You do." "Cool, fuck face." Just hang up.
I would call a hotel, and I'd do a businessman voice. This is when I was fucking like 14 or 15, so I had a pretty deep voice.
Elaborate.
And I go, is there a Mr. Anderson there?" And they'd be like, "Ah." And, this is before the internet or whatever. So they're kind of lax with security. They'd be like, we got like a Chris Anderson. And I'd be like, "Yeah, no, that's him. That's him. Can you patch me through to his room?" And then they'd patch through, and they'd be like, it'd be always at like 11 at night, and then it would ring, and they'd pick up and be like, "Hello?" And I'd be like, "Is this Mr. Chris Anderson?" And they're like, "Yeah." "I have your wallet." He'd be like, "What?" "Housekeeping, we have your wallet." And he'd be like, and you just hear him get up, and that's when because my other friend would be on the other phone, and that's when everyone started losing it. Because you're like, this guy's up out of bed. We've gotten this guy out of bed. And he'd be like, my wallet, I'm looking for it right now. And that was the best. And we never got caught.
Oh, dude. What's so funny about that is now, like, it really does lend itself. I was going to just, while you were talking, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, this is why, as you're telling the story, like Dan's, like, it's so funny that, like, you're a written comic.
Yeah.
Like, far more than, I do such improv, and I'm like, and my phone calls were all just like that. But then I'm like, my phone calls really was like, "Is this Steve? Is this Steve? Is your wife's pussy wet?" And then just hang up the phone, and then I'm like,
"You ever fucked an Asian chick?"
And in my mind, I'm like, wow, how did I evolve to become so good at like, off the cuff comedy? I'm like, oh no, I think I just do that now with an audience instead of on a phone. I go, "Hey, Steve, what's your name? Steve? Yeah. Is this your wife? Is her pussy wet?" I still do that. Is my comedy's based around the same thing?
And my comedy's just me going, "I'm going to be a Chinese woman and confuse you."
Yeah.
But it's a long, elaborate story. And they're like, "What? What the fuck is happening?" But we both got friends sent home, and that's where we meet in the middle.
We meet right in the middle.
By the way, we have a live show next Tuesday, November 1st, as part of the New York Comedy Festival. Go get tickets right now at nycomedyfest.com. We're planning it right now. There's going to be guests. There's going to be performances. There's going to be hugs.
Kisses.
Light kisses just on your neck.
Light, soft kisses.
We got 2 guests today.
Possibly. Are we confirmed on the second? It's happening?
Yeah, he's coming.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got Chick-fil-A. We're going to have Jacob all fat. We're going to have chubby Jacob.
I can't wait to chub Jacob up.
Oh, man.
He's Jacob, he's Jacob our fat hamster. Whoa, your hamster got fat. It's fine.
Jacob,
I don't think you're supposed to feed him like that.
Jacob, can we spend 6 months getting you fat? Please, can we put a winter coat on you?
You'll work it off.
Dude, you're going to work on it. Please, Jacob.
Can we get you your winter coat?
Yeah,
winter coat?
I'm gonna get a thick winter coat.
This is going to cost me 6 miles.
What is? Oh, you're already punishing yourself? You need to marry like one of those, you need to marry like a female CrossFit trainer.
I think Jacob's like the, what was that? Is that not Celestine Prophecy? What's the Da Vinci Code? He's like the fucking monk. He just goes and whips himself for doing this shit.
This is what you deserve.
You're so fat and
You like
stupid.
it, fatso? Did you like that fat fry?
You loved it. You loved your goddamn fries.
He's just running and throwing up as he's running. Oh, there it is. Get it all out. Get it all out.
Oh, I've batted around bulimia so many times.
When I was a kid, I think every kid thinks they invent bulimia. Because you're like, oh, you just don't put it in your stomach. I'll just chew it, swallow it, and throw it up.
You saw the stink face on that girl who just walked by. Is she mad at our show? What the fuck was that shit about?
Hey, did they move Entertainment Weekly next door?
Yes.
So they followed us.
Yeah. Yes.
Was she from Entertainment Weekly?
Yeah,
that
man,
was stink face.
Oh, they've always had
She's like, oh, hey, are you Ballbag Jones?
Oh.
Like, I am.
Yeah. Hey. Were you on season 4 of Walking
I've never
Dead?
seen someone in an office just so like unpleasant.
There's a lot of unpleasant people in this office for such a fun
chick?
job.
Does she hate her job?
She works in the talent department. That's always the way she looks. I don't think it's her personality. She just looks that way.
She has permanent stink face?
Sure does.
Soder, speaking of permanent stink face, dude, please start watching Bad Girls Club.
Okay. Can we watch
I could talk to you for 3 hours about yesterday's episode. Right?
Can we watch the improv?
A girl bit a girl's finger until it fucking...
Can you find the improv scene? Can you find Bad Girls doing improv?
Oh, Jesus.
That's all I want to watch.
It's... Dude, yesterday...
But Bad Girls
gets
Club
her
kind
finger-
of bums me out, if I'm going to be honest. Because they're like... They're just wrecks.
Dude, they bullied a girl yesterday. A girl got in her face. They kicked a girl off a show yesterday.
They always kick everyone off.
No, they kicked her off.
How many original members...
Real talk, she gets in the girl's face.
Yeah, I like how you're starting to talk like them. They're like, real talk? Real talk? Don't be getting in my face.
Let me tell you what. If I was this girl, I would have, like, straight from the rip, I wouldn't even have played this shit. You don't have Adobe Flash Player here?
Are they blocking it?
This fucking building looks like a goddamn spaceship.
Is this the improv from Bad Girls Club?
Oh, is it?
They're at a comedy club.
Oh, yes, is it?
Is she here? Is she here? Girl, she is not here.
Is she improving this fight?
No, she's asking if the new girl who's joining the house from the girl they've already kicked out is there.
They just hate all the other new... If you're a new girl in Bad Girls Club,
dude,
you think it's tough being a new student at a high school. You try being a bad bitch a new bad bitch in the Bad Girls Club.
Dude, a girl gets her finger broken by... A girl bites her bone broken.
What do you mean she bites into her bone?
That big, fat booty girl in the all-white...
Yeah.
Bites that girl with the gray big booty.
Oh, what?
Bites her finger till the bone breaks.
She breaks her bone with her teeth.
Yes.
Like a gator.
And then they kick that girl off. And then the girl with the broken hand goes up to another girl in the house that she thinks is a weak bitch.
Okay.
And she goes, hey, that girl, by the way, they've been picking on her for the whole show. They've been going at her. Other people have gotten kicked out for beating her up while she's on the ground. Pause this. They've been beating her up while she's on the ground. And that got another girl sent home. So, what she claims is like her mind game. She goes, oh, you played right into my trap where you beat me into submission on the ground and then they kick you off the show. Like, is that your plan?
Is that how she saved face for being the weakest bitch in the house?
So she gets drunk one night and they have like their new thing this season is you get to do a confessional in a cell phone.
Ooh, like a selfie?
Yeah,
like
a selfie confessional. So
What
she
name did they
starts
make
talking
up for
shit
it?
to the girl who's got the bone broken. She starts talking shit to her. She goes, you're a weak-ass bitch. Like, you come at me and then you want to be my friend and ask me for cigarettes. She goes, you a weak ass bitch.
I'll bite through your bones.
Come see me, bitch. And then that girl comes down and finds out about that, and she goes, hey, I heard you were talking shit about me in the phone thing the other day. And she goes, well, I don't even remember the other day. I was so drunk. And she goes, you don't remember? Well, I'm just telling you, I saw that you were talking shit about me. And she goes, I don't care, broken finger or not, I will drag you around this motherfucker. You talk shit about me again. She goes, you understand? And the girl goes, uh-huh. And walks away. And then all the other girls go in there and they go, you weak bitch! You gotta get it. And then they pack her shit up for her and throw it outside and just kick her into a fucking car.
So unhealthy.
It's great!
This sounds like you're in a constant sea of conflict. Why would you ever want to live?
Don't you like the evil,
No.
But like evil attacking evil?
I mean, I just want the whole house to be swallowed by the earth. I just want a fault line to crack open.
No, dude, trust me.
Why? They're just mean to each other.
Yeah!
Yeah, but
they're horrible!
But it's...
Watch, this is the girl talking shit.
To quote the great dude, it's a bummer, man.
Turn it up.
Personally, you're a weak ass bitch.
Oh, shit music.
Y'all are disgusting. You want to be my friend? Can I have a cigarette, Keely? Please. Oh my God, can I have a cigarette? Bitch, bye. You're nasty. You trash. What's up? You're trash. Yeah, whatever. No more naked.
That was it? And then she got called out and she buckled?
I mean, you gotta watch. Go to their fight.
What happens when we put a house of hungry cats and we put in one meal a day?
This thing right here says Z versus Bernicia. They cross each other in a hallway.
Okay. And this is after the girl just shit-talked her?
No, this has nothing. This is two different people.
There's so much conflict. How do you keep on?
They cross each other. Let's pause it. They cross each other in a hallway.
Yeah. Do you think...
It's not that. It's the round 4.
Do you think... They cross each other in the hallway?
Cross in the hallway, and then they don't say anything to each other. They don't even really look at each other, and then the one goes, she goes, what, bitch? That's what I thought. She goes, what? She goes, you was looking at me. Like, no, you were looking at me. And he goes, if you want to rumble, we'll rumble then. And then they keep putting fingers in each other's face, and then they just... Right here, look.
This is this, by the way, you can't go to the bonfire.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, they start fucking throwing hands.
Dude, they wail. And here's what I found out why this show is so great.
Hold on. It's so funny because if you watch even 2 clips of this show, they always fist fight like hockey players.
Oh, yeah.
Where they just throw down and they're like, what'd you say, bud? Huh? Just a house of fucking... We should do a bad hockey players clubhouse. Hey, what'd you say to me, bud? I said, you don't know a forecheck.
You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say, bud?
You
Just bite my tooth off.
What's funny about that girl who you seen the fight, the white girl in that fight, is after the fight, she goes, just so y'all know, like, she's like talking to some other girl, she goes, just so you know, like, y'all ain't even seen me crazy yet. Like, you don't even know. She goes, like, I know how to fight. She's like, I know pressure points in MMA and, like, all that. She goes, I've been stabbed before, and even when I got stabbed, I was, like, rubbing the blood all over the girl's car, being like, bitch, you better kill me. You better kill me with this. So she's just like, you don't even, like, know.
This is
I know,
just,
but here's the thing, but it's pieces of shit turning on pieces of shit. That's why it's great. But I found out why this can't be done. If you recall, why this has to be the bad girls club. They couldn't possibly even do a dude's version. It's because
someone would go through a wall within the first 3 hours.
Dudes would literally hurt each other. If you remember the first couple seasons of The Ultimate Fighter...
Yeah, I remember the house.
First couple seasons had fights. They would do that. They would give them a bunch of booze, and in the house they would look for conflict and fights.
I remember that.
And guys the cops got involved because you guys know how to fight, but even guys don't know how to fight. I have no trained fighting skill, but if people the size, me, you, Merkface, Lou, we're all in a house.
Yeah, can we do a
where they feed us booze and we're like pieces of shit that would fight like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like every fight would probably have a really bad outcome. These girls can punch each other.
Luz is standing over Jacob going, oh fuck, oh fuck,
oh god,
oh god. Welcome back to Bonfire. Welcome back to the Bonfire Bad Boys Club.
Like, wake up, buddy. Wake up, buddy.
Oh god, I didn't mean to push you downstairs.
Wake up.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Right down
I broke him.
Andy's like, shut up, you're a weak bitch, Lou.
You're a weak bitch. Yo,
let
me tell you something, Lou. I'll run this house, okay?
Where is Dan? Where is Dan? Drag him out of bed. I was sleeping. Why did you pour water on me?
Oh, you weak ass bitch. You want to asleep in this motherfucker. Pack his shit. We're tossing him.
Jay, why are you doing this?
Why don't you fight back? Yo, I'm throwing all your shit out. Why don't you fight back?
I'm drunk in the van on the way home. I'm like, that's why, Lou, the Mets are stupid, and Pearl Jam is less cool than Soundgarden.
Yo, that's why your girl's sucking up on Mookie Wilson's dick.
And I hand the phone back to you. I'm done. I'm done with that weak bitch.
Yo, I'm out.
We should definitely do a Bonfire Bad Boys Club.
We should. I've got, listen, a zillion ideas. I
shave Merc face Andy's face in his sleep.
I've had a live show idea 1,000 times that we never end up pulling off in any way that just get all dudes to pick a character and read transcripts of Bad Girls Club.
1,000%.
Joe Rogan said he would get behind that idea. He loved the idea when I told him.
1,000%.
Isn't it an amazing idea?
Christmas special.
Bonfire Christmas.
Just get me. Just bring everybody here. You bring in like Lewis or something. Like,
yeah. No, we'll do Lewis. We'll get Ari. We'll get
just because the sentences
Bobby
they say,
Kelly. Bobby Kelly is a bad girl.
The sentences they say are bonkers.
Please, can we please just bring up? I just can't wait. I'm gonna say back some of these sentences. Just
girl's picture. Someone's going out the door.
Okay, that's just her movie.
I hope you've been brushing your teeth. Enjoy the bronchitis, bitch.
Enjoy the bronchitis, bitch. That means she's talking to one bitch.
You.
Me.
That just makes you a dirty ass bitch. Like,
that just makes you a dirty ass bitch.
Kaylee, if you really did whatever to Winter's toothbrush, that's grounds to get your ass beat. Like, that's the type of that would get your mom ass beat just because she made you. You know what I'm saying? So that's true.
That's a great way of looking at it.
Now I don't feel bad for throwing all that on you, bitch, because you're trash. Really, though. Bitch, you're whack.
Disgusting.
Of course, Kaylee leaves and then wants to admit that she did some sneaky.
I mean, they're always just throwing each other's shit out of the house. That seems to be all
constantly
it is.
destroying each other's belongings.
I mean, if you're smart and you're on Bad Girls Club, you basically have to bring something that's like a collapsible suitcase, so it's just easy to pack.
Padlock it.
You're like, good luck, bitch. I wear the same 3 shirts and the same 3 jeans. So get at me.
Well, I showed you bits and pieces of the first one when the girls had that thing where they literally went. They go, why this girl here on the screen? Actually, remember they were like. She just showed up like later than everybody else because that's when the producer had her come.
And then they turned on her.
And they were like, oh, this bitch want to come whenever she wants. Fuck that. No. And they just throw her bed out the fucking window in the pool. Like, what are you doing? And the girl comes in and she goes, hey, everyone, I brought mimosas. And they're like, oh, whatever, bitch. You want to show up whenever you want to show up?
It's such contrived conflict that I feel like if you showed this to like real conflict, like Sudanese Civil War soldiers, they'd be like, why do the women fight? They have a roof. They have food. Why are you doing this? They were not kidnapped from their village to fight. You must not fight. You must come together. Why are you fighting all the time? Like, listen, bad bitch, I'm from Sudan. You know what I don't give a fuck. I'm a Tutsi. I cut your damn throat. Get out my house. I'm Shiite Muslim. Get out my house. I don't be fucking with Sunnis. I'm Shiite.
So I'm Shiite. But here's the thing:
the bad boys of ISIS.
What this really reminds me of, I've actually never made this correlation before, but like, I may have told this on the show before, but I said when a girl like hit me,
when a girl hits
my ex-girlfriend punched me in the face.
Yeah.
I told you that story where she like made up in her head that like I cheated on her.
Yeah, that was. I think that was on the Christmas special.
Yeah, but it was like a legit like she made it up.
Yeah,
like
Well, that's like girls are notorious for waking up out of dreams and being like, I had a bad dream.
I've done plenty.
Danny did that to me once. She woke up and she goes, I had a dream where you were mean to me. You're like, cool. Guess what I was doing? Dreaming about something else.
But this is worse because what she did was completely made it up. She completely made the whole thing up.
Yeah.
And she knows she made it up.
Yeah.
She was trying to get me to admit something by making up a story.
Yeah.
And then, but she made it up. I was like, you're making. I was at work for sure.
And then she just made it up.
And she punched me in the face. I feel like it's a similar thing with this show, where they go, it's like, oh no, hate each other, get into it.
Yeah.
But in the midst of doing it, they get like really genuinely
upset,
furious, and they genuinely fucking fight. It's goddamn crazy. I know we'll take our first break here. I know, Murkface. Don't give me your goddamn.
We got our first
radio
guest coming in.
Piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Guys, stop fighting. I don't want to turn this into the Bonfire Bad Boy Club.
Murkface, you think it's time for a break?
No,
you're going to tell me when it's time to break.
It's Bad Boys Club on Bonfire.
You know what, Murkface?
Just go to commercial. Lou, just go to commercial. We're going to kick Jay out of the house.
And now back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
We are back. Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson, Dan Soder. We have an awesome guest in the house. We just got done doing the Oddball tour together, where it was so fun to hang out and get to watch him perform every night. The hilarious Sebastian Maniscalco, everybody's here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good to see you.
I would say the killer. I don't think anyone's killing harder than you in comedy.
Very nice of you to say.
Yeah.
Very nice of you to say.
That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I've never met you, so it's nice.
Oh, you guys never met before?
No.
DJ...
I stay in the tri-state area, very limited. I stay hidden.
DJ Lou Witzke drops that bomb on us today that he is part of your podcast that you do with Pete Corielli, the Pete and Sebastian show. And Lou, you never mentioned that before.
Yeah, why don't you tell us that? First off, I'm a fan of both of them.
I think I did tell you.
You
Not
never
once.
told us once. You never told us once.
Well,
you said that, like, against your will, you have to do the show with Norton.
Yeah.
And that there's a couple
The
other...
advice show with Norton, you said you're forced
and
to.
the Comedy Cellar, they've assigned you, and you don't want to do that. You wish you could leave that job at a given time. You said you hate working next to Jacob. You said that we were the glue that keeps you here at this company. And next thing we know, you're coming here and giving us Sebastian's fucking likes, dislikes, his favorite music.
Yeah, the temperature that you want it to be set at, because you know.
I'm sure
You know what temperature he sweats at? That's deep knowledge.
Sebastian's a nice 72.
it's actually 71 and a half.
Yeah, man's got to have standards. I get it.
Well, Lou, I thought it was kind of like a secret that we were working together.
Yeah, I don't mention it on the air a lot.
You had to look at Jay. Don't look at me, because you'll break my goddamn heart saying that kind of shit.
Well, it's like a side gig. I can't really say that I'm doing other things. I'm cheating on radio by doing podcasts.
Oh, you didn't tell us this was outside the company? Look, DJ, Lou, why didn't you just come to me if you needed money?
You doing moonlighting work?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
God. You're the fucking you're the school teacher who's stripping at night.
Yeah,
that's why I'm silent.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Andy, at least he's in house cheating on us with Larry the Cable Guy. Which I don't know if that's worse or better. By the way, after seeing Larry the Cable Guy snap that man's arm, you can have fun. He can be your side piece. Please don't bring him near us angry.
Yeah. It's like you're killing it harder than anyone right now, Sebastian. But Larry the Cable Guy is looking for you in the table over on the arm wrestling. Did you see that video?
I don't want to look at it.
Yeah,
I heard it's that bad.
Well, we watched it.
heinous.
I can't watch shit like that.
No, I can't.
And I knew the worst part was the anticipation where it's still going all right, and you're like, I can't.
Is there a sound?
Yes.
No, it's just like the sound of like. You know what it turns out?
You're talking about the bone breaking? No,
but there is a sound of. There is that great sound that it turns out whether it's a gaggle of black people or hillbillies behind you, whenever something like that happens, everyone just goes, "Whoa!"
that's low. That's low income roller coasters. Someone's got to break a bone. Whoa! You're doing a trailer park. Whoa! Here it comes. Don't look back.
I gotta look now.
Oh no! There is a sound.
There's a sound.
God, there was a sound.
The guy's got major surgery.
Oh my God!
I hate shit like that.
Was this a guy he knew? A random?
He was Andy.
Murkface. Hop over here for a second. Tell.
Get up over there, big dog. Like a big old sheepdog.
Murkface is a side piece. So
yeah,
they're at the Nebraska game, and he has a suite, and he invites veterans
to fight
down
him.
to come in for free to watch the game.
Oh, okay.
So this guy was an Army veteran, challenged Larry to the arm wrestling match, and he goes, "I'll even let you pick what arm we go." And Larry's a lefty, so he goes, "All right, we're going lefty," and then you see what happens.
Oh my God!
Now the guy's got a fucking bionic arm.
And Larry went.
The guy went through war.
Yeah, the guy's an American hero, and Larry broke his.
Larry the Cable. You come home and Larry the Cable Guy, the most America fucking comic, snaps your arm in between Prilosec commercials.
And then he just walked. He walked
Federal
over.
Food Inspector Part 2. What is that movie called?
And he walked over.
You know what it's called?
Whispered into his ear. And he goes, "You've been officially discharged."
Looks like LTCG just got it done. That was that was too many letters to make it an acronym on the fly.
So now we're finding out that everyone. So Lou is but out of house. So we won't. We'll redact this if you need it. You want it beeped? Do you want that last segment beeped?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Because how do you and Pete do that? Because Pete now lives on Long Island. I saw him 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And you're out in L.A., so you guys do because sometimes we have to do that when he's out in L.A. We'll do like the ISDN.
We don't have that much money to do it like that. We do it Skype.
You Skype?
Yeah.
You Skype?
We don't have any lines in the house.
That'd be great if you had
ISD line.
a giant. Well, yeah, we use Sirius's money to do that.
Okay, yeah, we have a Skype account that we pay a little extra for. I think it's $9.99 a month, and we get a better connection.
To get a nice feed going through.
That's great.
Dude, I was excited to have you come in today because I wanted to go, very timely, by the way, and maybe Lou was setting this up when he did this yesterday. Lou destroyed my day until I had to really start thinking about people who were also on this list to make me feel a little better, how ridiculous it is. Lou goes, hey guys, check this list out. BuzzFeed's 50 hottest male comics, and they don't mean like career hot, they mean attractive. And I'm like, oh, is it going to be funny because me and Dan both aren't on it? Or we're both on it, or God forbid, just one of us is on it. Well, one of us is on it. Dan, at number 33.
All right.
Let me tell you who's not on it.
I'm a real 33 kind of handsome. I'm from Colorado. I enunciate properly. I've got a good jaw.
I'm not on it. Neither is the extraordinarily handsome Sebastian.
There are some mistakes. There are a lot of mistakes on this list. I would say...
Let's scroll up. Let's see some of the mistakes.
Let me just say this. Sebastian and Pete, I said before the show, Pete should be on this too. Pete's a good-looking guy.
Without looking, do you know who number one is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we already went through it, and it really...
Hey, by the way, I'll give you 50 guesses.
I guarantee within 5 guesses, you won't get number one.
You'll say good-looking people for number one who aren't on this list, and then you'll be blown the fuck away by who is number one.
If you're off everyone you know in comedy, men, 5 most... Who do you think would be number one? You get 5 guesses.
Michael Costa is a nice-looking guy.
Great-looking guy. Not number one.
Not even on
the list. And I know Michael Costa, and he's a great-looking guy.
Handsome fella. Even my own girlfriend's back there nodding her head. You son of a bitch. Can you be more upset that I'm not on this list? You twat, instead of fucking... Oh, my Lord.
Brett Ernst. He's a good-looking guy.
I think he's on the list. Not number one, though.
Not on the list at all.
He's not on the list at all. He's a great-looking guy. See? This is just riddled with mistakes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Aziz Ansari?
Yes.
Okay, you would think...
Well, I'm just based on the vibe in the room.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe this is the way they're going. Indian?
No. Not number one.
Not number one. On the list, though.
On the list.
On the list.
Yeah. But now you're doing it.
Now I'm upset that I didn't make the list. I mean, you're going to take an Indian over an Italian on a good-looking list?
Yeah.
It's bonkers. You should just run down all the Italians first.
DePaulo. Still a great-looking guy. Not on the list.
Take a peek back and look at some of these things. Now, Marin, number 50, I'll afford you because he's got that sophisticated thing about him.
He's got, you know what he's got? He's got college professor. Why don't we have after hours? Women like that kind of thing.
Elliot Glazer, I don't even know, but I want to butt hang him in a fucking locker.
I like Elliot.
H. Allen Scott, flat out bizarre looking.
Yeah, it looks
Kamau
like
Bell was the only thing that makes me more mad that I'm like, oh, the project's not doing any fat guys. Of course they are.
Yeah. Gabe Liebman.
Gay Liebman.
Gabe is a nice man.
Jonah Ray looks like he trash picks furniture. Mike Birbiglia, that fucking alien head.
That fifth
I like
grader.
Mark, though. Mark Norman's a handsome.
Norman is a very handsome man. Rory Scovel.
Gotta look. I'll give it to
good-looking
him.
guy.
Joe Mandy looks like that Elliot Glazer kid shaved.
They're just all different varieties of Elliot Glazer.
Dave Hill looks like bad breath.
Keep going. Hannibal.
Affirmative action. Brent Weinbach.
What do you got for him?
Fucking eyebrows are fighting to get next to each other.
Howard Kramer looks like
he should be standing outside of a cigar store. He looks like a wooden carving of a human. Find an uglier picture of T.J. Miller, who is a handsome guy.
Che.
Fine.
Michael Che. All right, there we go.
We get to 35 before I go, okay.
Sean O'Connor.
Looks
like your sister's boyfriend from college.
Dan Soder, gorgeous. Yeah. I'll give you that.
Actually, I like your hair in this photo.
What happened to that? I don't know. I got to go back to that, though. I'm going to bring that. That's the wave, but it was in the beginning. We kind of worked through it.
Got it.
Fucking Kumail looks like his voice.
Brent Sullivan, good-looking guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Max
Silvestri
looks like a young senator.
Yeah, that's the kid who tells on you in school.
He looks like Tucker Carlson.
Ryan Stout's good-looking dude.
But not in that picture.
No, also a terrible picture.
James Adomian.
He's
got that professor thing.
Sure. I don't even know who Will Weldon is. Fine.
Yeah. Andy Haynes, good-looking guy, terrible picture.
Josh Wolf, good-looking dude.
All right. Aziz, all the way up at 24.
I mean, he looks like an Indian raccoon. And Nick Kroll looks like White Aziz.
If you didn't get enough Aziz, here's White Aziz.
Gorgeous.
Jeselnik, by the way.
The fact that right below him is Dimitri is a mind blow.
Well, Dad, look at those two pictures. Look at those two pictures together. Jeselnik, easily top 10. Yeah. Dimitri Martin looks like he put the list together.
I mean, literally. Hey, guys, just got a fresh salad bowl haircut.
Dane Cook.
Dane Cook's good-looking guy.
Bump him to top 15.
Easy.
20 seems a little... I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. It's whatever.
He looks like a tennis pro.
Baron Vaughn, fine. We're
right.
scraping the barrel for
Rob Delaney, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, classic handsome. Rob Delaney.
Handsome.
Nick Yusuf, I don't know how to... wouldn't strike me, but I know he crushes porn star puss.
Does he really?
Yeah, well, from what I understand. Okay. I don't know him well.
Chris D'Elia, yeah. Handsome guy. Eric Bergstrom? I'm friends with Eric. He's been on the show.
He's a handsome guy, and I'm not going to take... He's got that boy band kind of look to him, and he's, he beat cancer.
Is he British?
Come at him?
No. Daniel Tosh?
I don't know.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. Tosh belongs up in the 30s with me. I'll make room for Tosh up at like 32.
Tosh and you could be sort of brothers.
Yeah, if Tosh is 32, I'm 33, that kind of makes sense. You're like, all right, this is the white guys with Jaws portion of the show.
Michael Ian Black, a goob.
No, I don't put him up there. Kevin Hart.
Kev's good looking guy. I mean, he's very, very... Now, here's the thing. But he's good looking with his face and his good shape. But Kev's tiny.
Tiny guy, but I think it's just good looking. Now, Jeff Dye at 10, that's an insult. Jeff Dye's a top 5.
If you threw Jeff Dye at 1, I just wouldn't argue.
I wouldn't argue it at all.
A gorgeous man.
I mean, you watch waitresses in comedy clubs walk them in the room, and they're like, oh, my God. You see every woman, you're like, why? The room just changed.
J-Mac, I'll never argue.
Julian McCullough, another number 1 candidate. Bo Burnham?
Maybe growing into his look or something. I don't know. I've known Bo since I met him when he was like 16.
Number 7, Eric Andre. I love Eric Andre, but Eric Andre, that's a liberal arts school pick, putting him at 7.
I mean, also the fact that he goes out of his way to make himself awful looking. He goes out of his way to do that on purpose.
2 steps away from doing old school wrestling blading where he cuts his forehead just to bleed.
I want to bring in the stink-faced talent girl and ask her where she thinks Sebastian falls in this list.
Number 6, Moshe. Love Moshe.
No, Joe McHale's number 6.
Joe McHale.
Yeah. First of all, to call him a stand-up makes me furious. That's more the annoying thing about that. He goes, he made the list. Hey, we're putting in loose-term stand-ups now. Cock.
Moshe Kasher at 5.
His arms are so hairy, as he acknowledges, that in a picture that only has his hand, you see his wrist hair shooting up.
That's either that, and best case scenario, that's hair shadow. That's best case.
This was
scenario.
my house would be a hole in the wall right now. I get angry about it all over again every time I go.
This upsets me. Hardwick at 4.
No, he could wrap his body in money. Fine. Fine. Donald Glover's got a thing. I'll take it. He raps.
He's handsome.
Thune, gorgeous.
Look at Thune without a beard.
Number 1. Wow. John Mulaney, the man-child.
Yeah. I said, who made this list? A school marm in Indiana? I want a boy, but a giant boy.
Come on. He's handsome.
What about the Mulaney boy? He's a nice boy. Yeah. There's a lot of men that are off this list that should be on this list.
And you have to have do you have an organic reaction to this? That's just like, how the fuck are you not on this somewhere?
The top 50, there's a tone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Glasses, scruff.
Yeah. That's why I think I got on. I had a little scruff in that picture. I think that's what put me on.
25 of the guys in a lineup, I can't distinguish who's who.
That's it.
Right?
Do you think that was filler? Do you think they had the parts and then that's just all guys with glasses? And
you want to have your mind blown real quick? Go all the way to the top of the page and let's see the guy who made the list, and your mind won't be blown as to why. Oh, why do they all look sort of the same? Because they all look like Louis Pietzman.
I want to make a list of me, but not me. Other me's.
He looks like a guy he looks like everybody except he can't grow a beard yet, so he just did a bunch of guys that look like him that have beards.
He goes, there's, a beard doesn't make a guy that much more handsome. And then his girlfriend's like, I bet there's 30 more of you. You're more handsome.
You better hope to God Nick Thune never puts on glasses.
What's that? He gets a call. Thune's wearing glasses.
Thune's wearing glasses.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Peitzman, you've really done it now. Yeah, that's hilarious when you go to the actual author of the list. Oh, I don't think you call him an author. I think a guy put a list together of headshots, like a serial killer or a detective.
And now we're hearing this list might be old.
Yeah.
What happened, Lou? Did you just check your email last week? I realize you're very busy moonlighting with 1,001 shows.
Well, is this current?
It was on my Facebook feed. I don't know.
It was in your Facebook feed. Is there an updated version of Wait,
Christine, where is this from?
It's from 2013.
2013? I just quit drinking. I'm way up to 20.
Can I tell you something? What's be great about this? If there's a new list.
Oh man, I don't want to go through this with you.
No. I just want to say, would you rather?
Okay.
Be just because you were on one before, maybe now they just boot you off totally?
Yeah.
Or would you rather now be like 46? Would you rather have lost place, or would you rather be like, well, we didn't really consider him this year? You could argue they wouldn't consider you.
To save my ego, I would have to be left off the list. Because I'd be like, oh, you know what? And it would motivate that thing that we all have because we're all broken people, where you'd be like, well, now I'm going to get more handsomer. I'm going to go write jokes and get more handsomer to be on the list next year.
As we got Chick-fil-A coming soon.
Yeah. And by the way, I want nuggets and a sandwich. Yeah, this just seems like a thing like he was bored. This seems like when you write a paper that's due and you don't have a topic and you just bullshit something, like a book report.
It had to hurt more when that guy made the 1,000 best comics list and Rich Voss wasn't on it. How much that dug into his soul.
Because Rich didn't see it coming. Rich didn't know it was a joke.
Yeah, he didn't get it was a joke. First of all, if it's called the 1,000, 50 hot women in comedy. All right, is this who made it? Is this who made the list? Did these two make the list? Because by the way, I'll take their word for it. I look like I was agree with these chicks.
Yeah, it looks like a small city's fucking play of Oklahoma.
This looks like the live version of Merkface and Larry the Cable Guy's podcast.
Hey, Merkface, you want ready to snap some bones? No, this is it.
There's not an update on BuzzFeed.
No, but is there 50 hot women list?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hear Sebastian's take on this. You're a married man.
It's the same thing like the guy.
You're a married man, but are you? Does your wife get mad if you acknowledge the attractiveness of other? That's great. Let's see. All right, hang on, wait. Allie Clayton. Let's go through them.
But he's right. It's the same thing as the guys list.
So number 50 is these two girls.
Yeah.
Or did they do the list?
Man, if you are any girl with a fucking functioning face and you're not on this list after that's 50, is fucking the Indigo Girls. I mean, that's fucking crazy. That's like two dudes from Newsies.
Picking up the news.
Wait, the 50 House Women in Comedy, the first one is Jonah Hill and Michael Cera.
Who did this? I thought it looks like they did the list.
Erica Starr. Oh, so a girl made this list.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing your research on her? We're finding out. Oh, okay.
Oh, she likes chick. Oh, all right. So she's definitely.
This is yeah.
It's a lesbian.
This is a lesbian website. Okay.
That's still. I still want to see who a lesbian thinks the hottest chicks are.
Made by a gay guy. This one's made by a.
Wait. The first guy was a gay guy that made the list.
Do you want a straight dude telling you who the hottest? You think a straight guy would take the time?
Yeah, I think he would have a better
to go through a list of who the.
We just did it. Take the time. We did the fifth. We ripped 50 people to shreds.
I mean, you're right. All right, I don't have an argument there, but I'm saying more like, do you think a straight guy would take the time to compile the list and put it out there and with a little rundown? Of
I don't know if you're broken enough on the inside. I think so.
The handsomest list. Well, let's see who Erica Starr is.
What, you want to see who she is or who the list is?
I want to see the list. Yeah, let's see the list. Because right now it does look like girls who would bang a lesbian girl. So you got these two. That's just ridiculous.
And this is the 50.
Because here's the thing: are you saying there's not 50 pretty women in comedy? Because like Maybe that's it, the saturation of guys. Maybe if I would have submitted for the females list, I would have made it. You think I could have been 50 greatest lesbians in comedy?
Nothing would make my fucking week.
If I'm on this list somewhere.
If you click to like page 5 and it's like Big J Oakerson, you're like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's all the same as, this isn't even worth, it's not worth going.
Isn't it weird that
it's all the same thing.
Isn't it weird the kind of people who look at the judge you most for judging people are the ones who are making this list? Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of hipstery, like, it's like let's not, the most like politically correct
are the ones that are making the least politically correct.
Yeah, like
list.
a lesbian chick making a list about who's the hottest people in comedy seems very like against their grain.
Yeah, I mean, if they're taking like the angle of like we're taking it back, we're taking the lists back. Or
you just make a list of 50 fat people.
Yeah,
where's that list? Can I get on that one? If they do the 50 fattest comics and I'm on that, I'm going to be so upset because I'm definitely in there. I got to be in there somewhere.
That's bullying. I'm
at best 50.
Dude, you're 50 hottest guys. You're one of the most attractive comedians.
Shut up.
I mean it.
I don't like your pander.
Well, I'm not your pander. This is number 33. And again, this is 2013, 33.
The hair alone, you didn't have this hairstyle on the Oddball tour.
No, like
this
right
is something
after.
new. Right now, is this something that you do going new look, or is this something that you think
I'm living out loud? I gotta live out loud, Sebastian. I got home. I just want to do something new, fun.
Your girlfriend like this?
It's grown on her. I'll be honest with you. She will never admit this. She fears an imaginary wrath that never comes. But the first days, I could tell in her heart.
Did you do?
Did not have any interest.
Christine,
in
did you have to do that thing where he revealed it and you went, "It looks great"?
Yes. Yeah.
Is this a discussion though? Do you go, babe? I'm going to go blonde on half of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a discussion like where she can weigh in on it, don't do it?
Yeah.
She could probably embarrass me to convince me to not do it. But she didn't. And she she's into flair like me. She has a nose ring too. She likes to do some weird stuff from time to time. But yeah, when it got done, I came back with it hurt her more that I came back with I'm like, I like it. And she was like, and before she said words, one of those like ruffle your finger. So she goes, looks good. And I'm like, she hates it. And then she spent the next 2 weeks going like, I don't hate it.
It's really growing. You said the worst words. You said it's growing on her, which is always like the thing where you're like, you know what? At first, you just admitted how much more you hated it.
But she'll just tell you she likes it.
No, I do like, and I do like it more with the roots grown out a little bit.
Yeah.
I like it a little more grown out than when it was stark white when it was first done.
She likes to keep it white trashy. The roots are coming in. We're just drinking big gulps on our lawn.
Oh yeah, looking like a real piece.
Watching TV on an iPad. Using our neighbor's Wi-Fi. Hey, my roots are coming in.
You should have got something shaved on the side of the blonde. Just gone full crazy on one side.
That's weird though.
But
it's the shave something in it seems like that's not an almost 40-year-old's. Neither is this, I guess.
Well, I'm just saying. As someone that would never do that, I'm imagining what I would want to do if I did that.
And I don't know how familiar you are at all with my comedy, but I talk to the crowd nonstop, and I haven't gotten any flack on stage from it. Weirdly.
Okay.
And then I was in Virginia Beach Funny Bone this weekend doing a thing, and I was even doing like the nice thing. Where I was like, it was so the end of the show, and there was a drunk girl who was starting. First of all, the crowd was like predominantly like churchy black people, which I thought was funny, and they were awesome. Like, they came around really good, like mixed in with my fans. Like, well, it was just great. And this girl was hammered, white girl, lesbian also turns out, gorgeous chick, was hammered. She was starting shit with the black people who were kind of calling her out, and I started doing anything. I'm like, sweetie, because they were going to kick her out. I go, no, let's try to save this girl. And I'm like, always trying to talk. And I go. So before I even get to, I'm always doing that to sort of set up the like, I'm going to make you look stupid calmly, and then I can say horrible things to you, and the crowd's going to cheer and laugh.
Because she's already the problem in the audience.
What a dickhead you are. And then just so quick as she goes, I didn't even get to the part of being mean to her. I go, sweetie, I want to save you. I go, you're a pretty girl. You're a little drunk. I get it. You got drunker than you thought. It's a Sunday. I get it. And she's like, I'm not even fucking drunk. I'm like, well, you're definitely drunk. She's like, the fucking staff here sucks. I'm like, now, the staff's here is really cool. The staff's here is really cool. I go, I'm just trying to settle her down so I can make fun of her. And she goes, and you with your fucking Backstreet Boys faggot haircut. And I was just like, I haven't prepared anything back for that yet. I probably should have. Probably in the chair. Probably should have thought. I go, so if they say this, I'll say that.
Figuring out all the angles as the bleach is hitting your scalp.
It just hit me because I'm not even being mean yet. You're like, why the attack?
Yeah, well, I think that was like the worst part of middle school for me, where kids had angles on you that you didn't think about yet. I remember the first time in like middle school, kids like, "Why is your head so big?" I'm like, I didn't even think of that. I should have known that was coming.
Did you have awkward growing up shit like looks at all? Or were you always pretty easy with the chicks?
No, I had a mullet. I had. I always looked tired. I used to work the microwave at the cafeteria, so.
Did that give you access to food? Was that like an inn? Like, could you?
Not an inn.
It's a great job.
It was a. You had to pay to use the microwave.
Okay.
So it was 25 cents. So I made sure you drop your 25 cents in the kitty.
Yeah.
And then you could use the microwave for a minute. No, I used to sit.
It was 25 cents a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
25 cents a minute, or whatever the usage you wanted. I think.
You know, it's funny. You have jokes about it. I know from watching your specials, but like that's funny because the idea of needing a microwave at school is ridiculous. But like an Italian household, like Italian or Hispanic sometimes too. My daughter is half Colombian. My ex-wife is Colombian. And same thing, she'll send my daughter to school with like paella and shit with like the shells. So I'm like, why are you making her look like a jerk off?
Yeah, your daughter
walks. They have a microwave. You can use a microwave.
Daughter's walking into school with tinfoil. Like, I brought something for the class.
Yeah, no shit. But I even mean more like, I'm not saying like awkward look, because the look was for the time you had. But I'm saying, but did you ever have a thing where people were kind of like, you're goofy looking, like we're
tired? I always looked tired. They always thought I was on pot. I didn't even know what pot was.
Yeah, and they said it was on pot.
Yeah, what do you on pot?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm working the microwave. Where's your quarter?
I'm working that ball-busting microwave shit.
I'm not even looking at him. He goes, just drop the quarter in the thing.
You're just listening to a bunch of songs about miners and identifying with it. You're like, I go down in the mine when I turn on that microwave. I watch that plate spin and I see my life tick away. I'm watching my life tick away every day at school. That's great. Yeah, having a job at school is like one of the greatest things. I worked in like the school store and immediately learned I could never work in a business because I'm infinitely corrupt. Where I was just like, hey, you sell a bunch of candy, a couple periods. I could take that money, buy an eighth of pot. Someone was like, you're going to get in trouble. I was like, I'm the manager. I think we could do this. And I was like, I can't ever work in a store.
I was always impressed with the industrious kid in school this kid Ernie Ranieri, was like, he didn't sell drugs. He probably went on to, if I had to guess.
Oh, the candy kid.
Yeah.
It was always eventually became a drug dealer. No, I'm saying in every school.
Oh, really? Was that always a thing?
That was always a kid.
The candy kid was brilliant, and I went with him one time to watch his whole hustle, and like he goes to like Sam's Club or BJ's and buys like, $3 for 800 blow pops and Jolly Ranchers things, and then we go and sell them for like everything like 50 cents or $1 a pop, and he was making like $800 a week at school.
Unsanctioned candy selling?
Unsanctioned. Grab his book bag. I'd carry 2 book bags to school.
Really?
And no one gave him shit. You know why? It gives teachers a little taste. That's what it is. You give the teachers a little taste. Teachers get candy for free.
Yeah. What do you like? Miss Robinson, what do you want? Some Skittles? You like Skittles? Jacob's telling me we got to wrap it up.
Are you able to hang out? Do you have to take off? Do you have more stuff you got to do?
Yeah, meeting. Yeah.
You got to go somewhere else?
If you're going to Entertainment Weekly, you tell them we'll burn them down.
Sebastian's new special, which I've seen, Why Would You Do That, is out now on Showtime. It was fucking fantastic. One of my favorite things is when you go, are there any Italians here? The place explodes. I'm like, does Sebastian not know it's all his fans now? It's like, is it that new to you to have everyone be fans? Is there any it's called Why Would You Do That? It's fucking hilarious. You can check out his podcast, Lou. The Pete and Sebastian Show on iTunes with Pete Corielli and, of course, Lou. This November, you can catch him performing in Rochester, Poughkeepsie, and Syracuse. For all his dates, go to SebastianLive.com. That's SebastianLive.com for all of his tour dates. Thanks for hanging out with us, dude.
Thanks so much.
It's a great time with you this summer, man. It's good to see you again.
Take care.
See you soon, brother.
Be good.
We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
And now back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, it's the Bonfire.
You got a friend in me, Jay.
I have a friend in both of you. Wait, it's the Bonfire.
It's about a goddamn rat.
Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson, Dan Soder. Sebastian was great. He's so funny, man. He's so understated funny.
Seriously. kills the hardest in comedy.
Oh yeah, dude.
You don't
Beast.
know. You have not heard someone kill until you've heard Sebastian fucking destroy a room.
I did watch the new special. Really funny, man.
Yeah,
really funny. I got to see him. I previewed the material too. He was doing some of it on the.
That's great.
On Oddball. Lou, we should have asked him. I wish we had more time with him. I had so many more questions rather than just ranting that he's too handsome to not be on that list. Michael Jackson fan?
Big, huge Michael Jackson fan.
Really?
He even
didn't get even swayed when,
the things happened.
Touched
kids. No, he's so old school. He doesn't care.
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter.
That's like when the people used to like Bing Crosby, and they're like, he hits his kids, and they're like, but he sings those smooth songs.
Yeah.
But his voice is just as butter as smooth.
I don't care what you say about him. I'm going to suck off Rock Hudson tonight.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, Joe Montana, it could come out that Joe Montana, beat his kids, and I'd be like, still the greatest quarterback.
It's the joke I got in trouble for on Fallon.
Yeah, about
Michael Vick, man. I don't give a shit that he's... listen... At the end of the day, I'm not even.
He got traded, so if Wentz is new guy.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. So I'm saying, like Michael Vick. It's like if everyone's like, he's a piece of shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna defend him. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But Sebastian's such a big Michael Jackson fan that he used to do a dance impersonation of him. He used to do the moves and make money off of that.
Really? Can you please find it on YouTube right now?
Yeah,
that has to exist.
Yeah, and I think he's done it recently too because he did like a stand up and then did the Michael Jackson thing.
I'm gonna air a grievance with myself right now on the air, and I make a promise to people with this show as we move forward with the show. We pause it. This is about to be insane. Is that him?
I don't think so.
I thought it was. But yeah, I don't know.
All right, go. What are you saying?
I'm gonna make a vow to our fans that as this show moves forward, we're gonna do far more prep work with this show. I think. I know we have our thing that's like just kind of rolling and having fun.
Yeah, we've been doing more prep work recently.
We have. No, we absolutely have. But I'm saying, like, myself, just making things. I know you've been done some stuff, and you've come in early a few times, even earlier than I've been here, and
no, but we'll just
and done some shit. But I mean, like, because I'm thinking, a Michael Jackson dance thing. Like, I want to ask him about Corey Feldman's.
I want to ask him about Wade Robeson.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Wait, what about Wade Robeson?
Isn't Wade Robeson one of those choreographers? And we said like who can dance better than Corey Feldman doing Michael Jackson dance moves?
Oh yeah.
And then
Wade Robeson
and Stephanie Falcone, I think it was Stephanie, tweeted at us like, "What about Wade Robeson?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know if it was her or not, but it was someone tweeted at me, and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about him."
Oh yeah, Wade Robeson. I remember he was in You Got Served too. Did we find the Sebastian dancing?
I think he posted it on our Facebook page, the Pete and Sebastian Show.
You cock.
I know I told you I was on the show.
No, you didn't.
Lou,
we said it on Monday. We were like, I wonder if anyone can do Michael Jackson dance moves as well as Corey Feldman.
Lou, and you did. You just called it our show. I thought this is our show.
Yeah,
it is. This is a radio show. That's a podcast that I do in my free spare time for fun.
Lou, back against the wall right now. You got to pick the Bonfire or the Pete and Sebastian show.
Do it.
I've thought of this. I don't know. I can't make that decision yet.
Sure you can because they don't listen to this show.
Yeah.
I've been married to these guys for like 5 years though. It'd be hard to let them go. I'd like to cheat on both of you guys.
You like to laugh less once in a while?
All right, here he is. Yeah, great. Here's him doing Michael Jackson.
Oh, Lou wants to get away from this conversation so bad.
This is just a little sample.
She says, and the one who's dancing in the round, what are you talking about?
He can move. Good. That's it?
He doesn't do the singing. He really does the dancing, and I know,
but I thought he would. I thought he would actually like do the dance.
He could do the moonwalk and all that. I just can't find it.
Really?
Yeah. Does he dance for you, Lou? Is that why you love them more?
Is that why you
dance for you?
We don't dance enough.
Well, how do you want me to dance? I sing for you. I sing Crash Test Dummies for you all the time.
By the way, you see how barreled over he? Like he's literally having a hard time. He couldn't pick.
He couldn't pick.
Well, what if this show went
to become like a 5-day-a-week monster?
That's just once a week. I think I could do it both.
This is weird.
I mean,
this is far more uncomfortable than I thought it would be.
I'm okay with it. I like being in an open relationship with Lou.
You guys,
I want him to tell me.
No,
about
but don't you like to know in your relationship that don't you want to be the bottom bitch?
Never, because then I can leave. because then I knew what I was.
Oh, see, Dan doesn't like to be held down.
I don't like to. I'm a proud, independent radio podcaster. I gather no moss.
Also, Legion of Skanks. I'm not jealous of that.
Oh, girl, he just brought up your other thing.
That's a podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Same excuse. That's a podcast.
Oh, that's just a friend at work.
This is a fun thing.
Oh, no, I'm just supporting my buddies Louis J. Gomez and Dave Smith. I'm just supporting them a little bit. Just on a little support line.
See?
And here's the thing, and I love that he's in it. I'll even go and join in.
Hey, I'm going to come fucking hang out.
I want to come to Legion of Skanks with you.
And those guys are like, is he weird? Is he going to come and make it weird? He goes, oh no, he likes this.
And he goes, but he's just going to go home. Oh, he's just going to go right.
He likes to see me get off.
He's going to get a grande. He's going to get a grande burrito and go home. Sorry, Jacob, you trapped? There's no Ari Shaffir? There's no great Ari Shaffir?
Did he just leave?
No, he just got in.
Mm-hmm. But he wasn't in the system.
Is that the problem? He's downstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, are special guys downstairs?
Yeah, special guy's been here. But he's not in the system.
Can I throw my pass out the window and he can get it? Come upstairs?
I hope he gets stuck on a balcony or a ledge.
Ari, walk over to Fifth Avenue.
I hope he just lands on a ledge, like perfectly on a ledge. Hey, I've been having a lot of those lately. Do you have that moments in your life ever where you do something that's such like a unique, rare feat?
Give me an example.
Just like, I mean, the good ones for me are always like flicking cigarettes. Do you know what I mean? Like you flick a cigarette and it lands like on a bumper, but almost like looks like the car smoking the cigarette. Like something like that where you're like, whoa! Like if someone goes, I'll give you $1 million and try this 100 times, it will never happen.
I've had that go wrong when I used to smoke. One time I was on a fire escape and I was like, I'll just flick this out in the street, and then it flicks, and you're like, oh no, that's gonna collide with a woman, and then you just like, it was at night, and it was like against the peacoat where it like you saw the embers go, and she's like, what the fuck? And I had to dive in the apartment. I was like, ah!
I've had those. I've also had to like, I'm gonna flick this one straight between these two cars that are parked.
Yeah.
And I flick, and it just hangs on my finger till it just goes. But it's always something like it's like a bag of dry leaves. Like, why?
Yeah. The one thing I really do not miss about smoking is when your cigarette gets stuck to your lip, and then your fingers go down, and you clamp down on the.
And then you're holding it, just screaming, no!
Yeah. That's such a cigarette smoker thing where it just on the dry lip, and you're like,
your fingers just slide. And for some reason, it only holds on to the cherry, though. For that reason,
you always clamp down on the cherry. It's never right before. I've had it barely right before. And
if you get slow-mo, it's because your face is going, because your mind's going, no. Yeah. Gotta hold on to this. Yeah. And then you do it, right at the cherry. And man, I wonder if I have like actual, like, we're both looking. I wonder if I have a callus from that. It's happened to me easily 100 times.
Oh, it became such a thing where when I was drinking and smoking, I would just be like, whatever. What is that? I just clamped down on a cigarette, and they'd be like, you just burned your fingers? I'm like,
and you go, whatever. Means nothing. They just put the cigarette on the back of your hand a bunch.
Dude, I learned how to do that.
Okay.
To like
the spit one, yeah.
Or even on the tongue. Put your cigarette out on your tongue.
You make the well.
Uh-huh.
What do? You make a well of spit, right?
Yeah. And you dab it. I do it with joints still. I'll like dab it on my tongue.
Why?
Because sometimes I don't want to I don't want to stub out the joint.
A bitch knows you with a man.
I'm like, now you won't come home with a real boy.
Christine will like lick her fingers and just like whack it with her fingers. But she says those are kitchen hands, like where she doesn't have like. She doesn't feel.
She doesn't have nerve endings.
Not a lot of heat sensitivity in her hands, apparently. So she
does it as she's stubbing out the cigarette. She looks you right in the eye. I laugh, but it really hurts.
I'll be honest with you, she's not in the room right now. This is the first time she's really ever admitted that she didn't like my hair. Yeah.
Did that hurt?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot from. It's getting from all angles.
But it's going to grow out.
Lou likes his podcast more than this show.
You're not on the list.
I love your hair, though.
Lou likes to show off that I'm one of the 50 ugliest people.
I didn't even want that to be on the air, by the way. I mean, I didn't care.
What about the list?
Yeah, I just.
Then why did you send it?
Because Dan was on it, and I didn't think how sensitive Jay would be to not being on the list.
Lou,
now he's calling me gay. Lou,
we know Bonfire rules. No acknowledgement of my handsomeness around Jay. We have to have secret acknowledging of my handsomeness.
Actually, I knew this would happen.
Around Jay.
Oh, dude, there's a girl.
You have to go like this. Someone leaves, and they go, by the way, Dan, you're very handsome. I go,
there's a girl this week.
Tight mouth, and I go, thank you. There he is, coming in looking like a fucking nom vet.
Hey,
what is
buddy.
that jacket? What's up, Ari Shaffir?
Ari Shaffir's here, everybody.
Comedy Central gave me this jacket and boots.
Did they really?
Yeah, they give me some good gifts sometimes.
Really?
Also the show.
Yeah, the show's pretty cool.
Wait, that was a gift from them?
Yeah.
Or was it like wardrobe?
Oh, that's sheepskin shit.
Yeah. Oh, the inside's so warm.
Oh, man.
No, it's like happy birthday or like happy show.
Really?
They got you that jacket? That's a fucking
jacket,
solid...
these Red Wing boots.
What?
Yeah.
Recently?
No, this was like a year ago. And the Red Wing boots are the first year this is not happening.
They give you a happy birthday?
They give me a happy birthday.
I wonder if I'm in the happy birthday family.
I mean, I would definitely ruin your relationship over this.
What?
I would definitely ruin your relationship with them over this.
Yeah.
If I don't get presents?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't often...
I have a show
I got an iPad for my special.
I got a Ronnie Lott jersey.
I put in for an iPad for one because they were like, oh, it's too expensive. And I was like, but Jay got an iPad?
Yeah, nice.
All right, we can figure it out.
Next thing I do, I want an iPad.
Next thing you do will be, this is not happening next year, Dan Soder.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what you're here to promote, buddy. Very excited.
Thursdays at midnight. Check it out on Comedy Central. Ari Shaffir's It's Not Happening. I have the Stanhope one recorded. I haven't watched it yet, but the series premiere was awesome. Sal, our good buddy.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. We're actually on YouTube. It's Not Happening playlist. It's the longer version.
Okay.
Stanhope's?
Yeah.
So that's what happened. It airs on Comedy Central, and then you can go to the This Is Not Happening channel on YouTube.
Yeah, but they don't all come out. They come out like one a week, so they'll keep coming out for like 5 months. So Stanhope's is out early. We have a few that are out early.
Do you play Russell Peters' entire 4.5-hour story on YouTube?
It's 43-minute story.
Is that you really do?
We cut it down as much as we could and made a tighter
Even on the
story.
YouTube one?
Yeah, I mean, that was too long for
How
YouTube.
long did he do?
I'll cut down YouTube stuff if it's like, oh, that joke didn't work.
Sure.
I'll just take it out as if I was the comic. He did about 43 minutes.
Or if it was 30 minutes over.
Was he the last one?
He was the last one, thank God.
Oh, dude, if I was a fucking...
Oh, wait, what do you mean the last one on the show? No. Was he the last one to ever do 43 minutes without getting Ari's wrath? Yes.
Oh.
Ari don't take no shit.
Who did you go... Did you lose your shit?
No, he didn't at all.
It was the last one on the show.
Oh, okay.
No, Ari didn't lose mine at all. He was totally cool. I think the crew was probably like...
The crew was like, what are we doing? They did keep panning over to me and see me like sleeping because it was such a long day. And, 33 minutes in, I was like, all right.
Like, okay. You know what? I'm going to
The middle
off
chunk
here.
was pretty gripping, so we just used that.
But at what point when you're telling a story are you like, I'm over 30 minutes, maybe I should start wrapping it up?
I don't know.
I've never told a story in my life where at some point I'm not like, am I droning a little bit?
We had that one, remember the one I did with Natasha and Bobby Lee and Renazizi?
Do I remember it?
Yeah.
It was, but my first story I ever told on your show, I felt it was very auditioning for Comedy Central, I was not on their radar at that moment, and I did my story right after this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. During the whole thing, I was like, oh, I got to wrap this up quick. I got one more comic. In my head, I'm like, I gotta hold on to this. It could have gone for another 7 or 8 minutes.
But every time it would get to like a point, and they'd be like, yeah, and then like Natasha Leggere was there. Goes, in fact, she's here tonight. Get up here.
You just kept adding people.
I think the story was Renazizi's.
And it was a
Bobby
fight story.
Lee's on stage. Ari's on stage. Natasha's on stage. It's like it was a fucking insane. And it was a great story.
Yeah.
And a long story. And then he has to they leave, and Ari stays on stage, which seems like someone's going to be like, all right, guys, it's been amazing. He goes, we got one more comic.
And people don't really know Jay yet that much.
No.
But that's a testament to how fucking great of a storyteller you are. You went on, you go and murder.
It's more of a testament to how great of the story that's a good story. That's a particularly good story that I had worked out very well.
Was that the Lewis one?
No, that was the 4 girls in the fight.
Oh, the fight, yeah.
That's just it's a very punched story.
Yeah.
I flowed off the cuff in the beginning, which was fun because I kind of know the story so well that I was able to be loose in the beginning and but I mean that was a day like, oh, let's forget that lady's name from Comedy Central. She's gonna hate my guts for that. But
Sam Black?
No, not Sam.
Ann Harris.
No, I know Ann.
Your mom.
My mom.
Your mom works.
No, she's LA, but she's one of the LA based people.
Okay.
Out there, but she really came up to me at first and was like, Ari really fought to have you out here. I'm like, cool. She goes, just like. Well, you're the only person we flew out, or the only person from New York we put on. Everyone else just kept letting me know that. I'm like, okay,
Jesus.
I'll do good. I promise, I'll do my best.
I put my second mortgage on your story, so I bet it all that you would kill.
I mean, that is how it felt.
I know comedy's subjective, but I actually bet that you would kill.
Dude, it's the worst when you really fight to have somebody on, and then it's like, oh, please don't fuck up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you had that?
17 discussions about getting somebody in, and then it's like, if they fuck up, I'll be like such an asshole.
No names. Has it happened?
No, not the people I really fought for. You, Simone, those are the big ones. And then a few, like, guys that they were okay with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the big ones.
It always startles me when there's a network fighting where they're like, no. And you're like, no, but I'm telling you, it's the thing that I want. And they're like, no. And you're like, why are you doing this? You don't have the understanding. It's like you're a kid again, arguing with your parents. You're like, why? And you're like, just cause. And they're like, why?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Generally, it's pretty easy. Generally, the people you say, like, oh, yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about this radio show. They have never said no. We're latchkey kids. This whole entire radio show is the latchkey kid of Comedy Central, where they're just out of the house and they come home and they're like, "Did you have dinner?" And you're like, "Yes, we ate." And you're like, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Sometimes they don't say no outright. They're like, I don't know, and then you have to wait like 3 more weeks until like some more people say no, some more bigger names, and they're like, "Hey, what about Aaron Berg again?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay." And you're like, "Okay, good."
Being a little on the outskirts of the booking for What's Your Fucking Deal?
Yeah.
It's funny to watch it happening. Though.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, did you offer so-and-so? I told you I want to have so-and-so on it. And they'll be like, you said that the push-off where it's like, I think it's out to his people, but he might not, that kind of shit. And you're like, well, you haven't really asked me, and have you? He goes, well, we have to wait to see because we're waiting to hear back from somebody else.
You're like, oh, that's the story. Yeah, Rogan had that for a science channel show, whatever. He was like, wait, who's this guy? And like, well, he's a comedian. We thought you'd like him. Like, I said Ari. And we're like, well, this guy's a comedian.
So they just picked.
That's not. No.
Is that one of the most frustrating?
Here's a comedian.
Is that one of the most frustrating things of being? I mean, it's your show up top to bottom. I mean, and the interstitials are fucking awesome on the show.
Yeah, it was a Tomzik.
Is it your show top to bottom?
I mean, pretty much me, Eric, and Sam.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty
Jeff,
awesome.
But it's like I let Jeff free. I'm like, yeah, make whatever you want, Tomzik.
Yeah. No, of course that. Yeah, no. I'm saying more is it your show? I know in that regard.
There's nothing done that I would be like, I don't want this done this way. That would get done.
If they were like, hey, we want to get this comic on because he's promoting something, and you were like, I don't want him on.
Yeah, it would not get on.
They wouldn't fight you.
Yeah,
okay.
There's some things I can't get done, but it's like I have 20 people to choose from, and I can get 11 spots. Yeah. So it's like if they say no to 3 of those 20, it's like, all right, well, these guys though.
Yeah,
it's like nothing gets done that I don't really.
Because it sounds like there's like a lot of frustration, like for frustrating little small elements.
Little small things. You just get over it. You learn how to deal with it.
And now at this point, the club you're shooting at, probably it just gets like you're season 5 overall.
We know how to do that. There was no frustration with that.
That's their Bonnaroo. That's that place's Bonnaroo.
Yeah, for sure. He loves it. That old Greek guy, have you met him?
Yeah, I thought he's Armenian. Is he Armenian?
He's part Armenian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, disgusting, Christine. Disgusting.
Ari is not a fan of the Armenians.
Yeah, but Cheetah's is fun.
But that's an LA thing. LA people do not like Armenians more than.
Don't.
Well, out here they don't
you're
know
Armenian.
what they are.
She's the first one I've ever met.
You blend in like a Persian. You fucking fake.
But they're so exotic looking.
Christine?
But that's like dark hair.
If I told you Christine was part Eskimo, would you believe it?
Yes, that'd be awesome. If she was Inuit?
Part Hawaiian.
You're part Hawaiian?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat boned her great aunt.
Yeah, The Rock was dropping loads.
Dropping loads.
I'm trying to think. Junior Seau.
Superfly Snooker.
Have you guys ever had sex and gone to sleep and then in the morning you just like smell your dick area and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you smell your own dick area?
I mean, it wafts.
Yeah.
The waft.
Oh, yeah. You know what it reminds me of is in The Wire when McNulty goes to work after he bangs his waitress and the other detective goes, you smell like pussy. And you're like, what? You can smell like that? Or smell like fire? What's that noise?
So outside. That's New York City.
37 floors up.
So wait, you...
Yeah.
Fucked last night, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
And then you fell asleep and your dick stank?
And yeah, this morning it smells
Was it a one-night thing?
No, I've done it with her before.
I was going to say, because you clearly didn't use a condom on this one, because your dick stinks.
Clearly not.
Yeah, you remove the condom and you're like, all right, now it kind of smells like rubbery and a little shitty.
And then the untouched ring of puss. Yeah.
Your bush has it in
it. It's like when you paint and remove the liner from the corner. And you're like, oh, look, there's still a little on
exactly.
here.
You can see like a tan line of smell.
Was this the smell of... like old fuck, or is this the smell of like this chick? Fuck. This chick may have to clean her puss.
Mixture.
The smell of old fuck is my favorite thing.
Yeah, mostly old fuck mixed with like some saliva on my part, some high saliva. Fair. So I'm like,
yeah,
fair.
Trying to get it on, then rubbing the dick, and then sticking that straight into a pup. Mixed with some semen too.
Do you ever spit?
So it's a very salty endeavor.
Yeah. Do you ever spit in your hand and then
And then wipe your dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Slide it in.
It's always so funny. I always feel like such I always feel like such a contractor. Like,
yeah, that's
like
how
I'm
Eminem
fixing
did it.
something. I'm like,
that's how Eminem did it in 8 Mile. No, she did it. What's her name? The dead girl.
Oh, Brittany Murphy.
Yeah, when they were fucking in the warehouse, remember? Yeah. And then she like licks her hand and goes down. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I think spit is...
It's nature's lubricant.
It's the only lube we use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. You're a second to admit that for some reason. I'm like, would you rather I tell people?
It looked like she was thinking.
We also use coagulated Pepsi.
When I meet with a Scandinavian girl, I have to use scalding oil. What? Yeah, to remind them of home and like the castles they try to defend.
For the wax is hot.
Hold on, before we fuck, I need to do this real quick.
Pour hot wax in the pussy as it cools, so your fucking crayons.
I want to cauterize your dick into my pussy.
I want to cauterize.
I want to burn them into one. Yeah, the smell. So you had smell of piss, and she was gone when you smelled the dick stank.
It was this morning. Yeah, she had to go home. She has a dog. She had to go home last night.
Oh, that's great. Start fucking chicks who have dogs and they can't stay.
You go,
that's brilliant.
You go, you got to go home.
And they go, she goes, no, I want to get a few hours here. Like, but your dog. That's so sad. I'm sorry. I just, as a dog lover, like, I hate to hear that someone's going to neglect their dog all night. Like, you know what? You can stay if you want, but I hate hearing it. I'm just going to try to forget. I like you, so I'm going to try to forget that you're doing this to your dog.
You know what? I just fell asleep for a quick second, and all I could think about was your dog staring at a door, wondering when you're coming home.
You get dead zoner where you grab her and you go, it's not too late. Yeah. Your dog, he's right near a fire.
He misses you. He's so scared. He's so scared he's going to run.
What? Do I have to go right now? Yes, and take your stank-ass puss with you.
My dick stink's about to hit the airwaves.
Did you get to shower this morning yet?
I did not. No.
You did not. So did it.
Trapped in that denim.
Like, as I was leaving, I was like, oh, well, I got no time. I got to go.
You never that's not a breathable denim. I could tell looking at it.
No.
And you're not over the
I've had
sink?
this on the road for 5 days, 6 days, so it's already like, deep in what?
But you don't do like a sink wash?
I did a lean into the shower after the first time.
That's great.
That's just a lean in. Didn't get my feet dirty.
Yeah.
Feet wet, But
you always get your upper thigh.
just like backward. Like.
Let me tell you something, dude. What? There's not a fucking chance in the world from outside of the shower. You could side flanking.
Well, you got to angle the shower.
No, I didn't angle the shower. I just got I just got towards the edge.
I couldn't get my dick wet and not my feet.
I bet you could.
Impossible.
You could. Yeah, you do that.
It's not about dick size. It's about elasticity.
I'm very elastic.
Then you'll be fine. You'll be able to do that.
I bet I can do that.
Yeah, that's
further than you and Ari.
Okay, then you can get your dick wet in the shower. Then what are you upset about?
I think as I get closer to the water, my dick's going to keep
by R. Kelly
back.
As we convinced Jay he can do this.
Can you guys give me some inspirational words for this?
You can do this, Jay.
I'm going to make you a poster that says "Get your dick wet."
Side of the shower.
Side of the shower. I only have a shower. You have a tub and shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do is, if I really want to get a good dick a wash in after a fuck, I'll saddle up and go one leg in the shower, and then I'll just wash it all down that leg.
If you got the removable hose, you're golden.
What do you mean?
The removable hose.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a different thing.
I'm saying a whole different game.
With the shower head angled, saddled over the toilet, and then I try to have all the water.
One leg wet.
Yeah, but all the water trickles down on that side. Well, this side stays dry. And then with the towel, you can wipe off one
foot. It's way easier.
If I can give you a game time call here.
Sure.
You can make sometimes, as a man who has had sex with his girlfriend after she's had a work day. She's lived a life. I'm not going to argue with it. This happens. It happens to the best of us.
Keeps you from masturbating in the subway.
Yeah. And a little stink dick. I'll tell you what can get rid of that quickly. Same thing you use for your butthole.
Wipes?
Flushable wipes.
I tried that, and then
I feel like it does get the smell.
You feel like it just smears it around like peanut butter?
Smeared it around, and then I was like that, and then I added water to it and put it on again, and I was like, this is wrong. And that's
the water on. That's the wrong part. The water on is the wrong part. You just take the wipe. Here's what you got to do. You pinch your hole shut. Like stretch it out. Grab. Like that, and then you got to just give like a little twisty, kind of clean, and then you get
like you're washing off, literally
trying to get under the head. You're trying to get, like you're washing a pole,
like you're sanding a broomstick.
Yes.
And you want to get under, the head, because I believe in my mind
that's where all the traps.
That's where the stink traps.
And the
even circumcised as I am, I feel like that lip is what's holding it all
under the George Washington hair.
Yeah. That's holding it all.
Under the fire
That's the
helmet?
reason God gave us the desire and the knowledge how to circumcise our dicks, so we can get that part all pulley.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I even, by the way, because even
dick gutters.
Even my dick is a retractor. It's not so much of a fall downer.
I'm a retractor too.
So the smell is going to get locked as the skin kind of accordions up.
Mine backs out.
The stink will get in there. So you got to get under that rim.
My dick gets soft like a guy who walked into a room where a murder's happening. He's trying to slowly slink out. And he's like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm out of
Have you ever gotten your dick so small it's like you don't even see shaft?
Yeah, I've gotten it where it's like almost head against
All
body,
head.
where it's really. You know what? It happens a lot when I'm on mushrooms.
Oh,
I go
really? It goes
mushroom
away.
tip.
Like, you don't need me for a while.
Do you know that? Do you know that happens a lot when I'm not hard?
Renazisi's dick.
And look
falls
how
off.
hard Christine's laughing. Hardest laugh of the day.
Renazisi's soft dick is like 5.5.
What?
Yeah, and then it grows like 1/4 inch after that.
Renazisi?
Yeah, it just goes up, but stays
Really?
the same. Yeah.
That's
5.5 soft.
His soft dick is so like beautiful.
Oh man,
I'll be honest with you. I would deal with my hard dick.
Yeah.
If my soft dick was just it.
More presentable?
So you're saying you'd be
small.
much happier with a more presentable soft dick?
You get a lot more girls.
much
You
happier.
get a lot more girls because you can all, we all agree you can walk around soft, and like not like be that creepy.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no, I can't.
Why? I'm like, if it's like a party where you got 3 guys have to come out naked or something, we're like, like it's laughable. I'm saying it's not laughable with your soft dick.
Oh, my small dick is laughable, but not for like the, hey, we're all naked. Everyone's going to go, Ari and Dan have their dick set. Whoa, Jay, what happened? Yes.
Oh, shit.
Chick-fil-A just showed up. We're wrapping this bitch in 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Remember the shit that you turned down, Ari? You done fucked up.
I'm trying to get ready for my special. I'm trying to look better for 2 weeks. I'm trying to eat healthy.
Well, dude, your problem
Chick-fil-A does not fall into that.
I'm filming my fucking show in 2 weeks, too.
Well, we have... the lighting will be softer on yours.
No, it's such harsh, cold Chick-fil-A lighting.
Yeah.
No, that's the one we're eating.
What?
That's the one right there.
That smells so
Brian.
good.
It's Brian. The chicken.
I named him, and I fed him. I put feed in him.
Who's the new guy?
New guy? We're breaking him in. You mean, he's got bottom rocker only. He doesn't have full patch.
Oh, nice. Has he killed his mother?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He's got to kill one family
that's
member.
Legion.
Yeah,
Legion
Legion
of
of Skanks.
That is a crazy story.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. You guys have a fan that... I mean, I've met him. I smoked weed with him several times.
How close were you to
Several times you smoked weed with him?
Yeah, so have I.
Did he hint that he was going to kill his mother soon?
No, this guy... If you don't know what we're talking about...
even
but looking
sort
back,
of. Jay Twyman.
Jay's podcast, Legion of Skanks, which you can download at gasdigital.com.
The pictures were there. Go to images
A fan of his who used to go to the live show murdered his mom.
Do you think he tried
I know
to?
him so fucking well.
Or was it just like they were doing jits and then like he had a lock on her and then he just forgot to let go? He didn't realize she tapped.
Oh, you think him and his mom were probably working on some jits? I'll be honest with you. You're probably going to get called as a character witness anyway, so...
Get ready. We're all waiting for notifications.
Ari, without a doubt, this guy was inches away from you. Probably almost every time we've done Legion of Skanks. He came when he was here.
Yeah.
To every show.
Really?
Kumia Studio.
Yep.
But he may have made it out to a Kumia house one before. We would have let him into that because we were like, he's one of the people who comes.
Dude, if you're listening, I'm sorry I don't remember you. I hope this doesn't make the next 15 years less enjoyable for you.
Dude, I'll be honest with you, if we could find that Skanks clip where it goes through it and put it up, Ari, you'll know him. That's a terrible...
you guys found
they know why?
You guys put together a clip of him.
Put together a montage of him behind everybody.
Shut the
you should
fuck
have,
up.
You should have a Legion of Skanks like at the end of the year when you have like your Legion of Skanks awards, like a remember, you know, the Emmys at the Oscars.
Oh, his mom?
All the people got arrested.
Oh,
friends that
man.
got arrested this year.
And the sheep.
Yeah, with that song.
No,
For sure...
He would get the biggest applause.
Is not very... I don't know. Well, here's the thing. He's from Virginia Beach. So I was just down there this weekend. And they were all like down there kind of talking about, like, you know, all the comics in there were like, yeah, you know, he was off his meds for like the last year, so that's why he was all fucked up. I mean, this is a guy, if you told me this simply that he was found in a stolen car sleeping on the street,
yeah,
I'd be like, well, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But he killed.
But it turns out he was they found him in New York in a stolen car with his mom's dog because he murdered his mom back home. And even, by the way, all of it, I feel bad saying about this, but like, all of his friends, or even like his friends, but people that know him, then they were kind of going like, yeah, it doesn't not make sense to me.
It makes sense.
He said he was off his meds, and they said over the last like year, he was saying crazy shit like Lorne Michaels is having the mafia try to kill me. So that's where he was at. There's his mom.
He's powerful though.
I mean, and there's mom, and there's the dog he stole.
What? Let me see the dog.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, if ever you were
leaving there, Scottish Terrier.
It's on the Legion of Skanks episode 280, Ding Dong's Puke, with Mo Mandel and Justin Silver. You can check it out on Gas Digital.
You mean Muammar Mandelbaum?
That's his real name.
Do you have the clip? Wow.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
That is a great name.
What's it, Christine? It's like starting right now. Because we'll watch this, and then we'll promote all Ari stuff, and then we have to give.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though, that you have a fan.
Do we know why he killed her? Like in his mind?
There he is.
Hey, there's me.
Do you not recognize him now?
Yeah, I recognize him.
With the
hey,
glasses?
there's me again.
Yeah,
with the
I recognize him for sure.
You do now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's Soder, yeah.
There's a murderer behind me all the time while I'm
two
ranting
people
about
away
nothing.
from Amy Hawthorne.
Look at Amy Hawthorne not paying attention, being on her phone. Fucking lose yourself in the moment.
Some bitches get killed.
Great,
Look at Dan's having such a blast.
She was 2 over from a murderer, just losing herself in her cell phone.
Great music.
It's so, yeah, it really made sinister tunes to it.
Oh, yeah, the blue-haired chick that used to come. I remember when these shows were going on. I liked it the best upstairs at the Creek.
No, that was downstairs. That was in the back.
I know, but I liked it the best upstairs.
Oh, yeah, when it was on the stage.
Dude, look at Bonnie McFarlane's moments away from certain murder.
I love it.
Wait, that's him with the shaved head. Oh, he cut his hair.
No, he's got a ponytail.
Yeah, oh.
Lewis looks great. Oh, Jesus.
Dude, it's crazy that this guy killed someone, probably.
Mother.
His mother.
Do we know why, in his mind, why he did it?
I don't know, but
no one knows. No one's talked to me yet, but we all want to visit him so bad.
Oh,
yeah, you should.
By the way,
on
I swear
location,
it was
Legion Skanks.
what really makes me feel like shit, and I mean this because I do know that he's a nice guy, and I've bullshit with him before in that format. However, that said, like, I didn't know his name until he murdered his mom.
Yeah.
So if you want to make it in this business, kid,
but you got to kill.
hey, kid, you got to kill.
Hey, you want to get noticed? You better murder your mother. Well, we're getting the wrap it up thing from Jacob.
Yeah.
Ari,
Jacob, why don't you stop wrapping it up and start putting my name on downstairs?
Yeah, Ari Shaffir's This Is Not Happening on Comedy Central at midnight every Thursday. Watch that shit. Who's this week's episode?
Andrew WK, Al Jackson, and Maria Bamford.
Fuck yeah, all three great.
Yeah, and I'm taping my special in Austin, November 5th.
Cap City.
Yeah, Cap City.
You
November
go to that
5th.
Cap City.
Yeah. I'm
November
doing it.
2nd through the 5th at Cap City Comedy Club, Austin, Texas. For tickets, go to arishaffir.com and make sure you check out, of course, This Is Not Happening. Big J. Oakerson's going to be taping What's Your Fucking Deal Season 2 for NBC CISO at the Bitter End in New York City, November 6th through the 10th. Get tickets at bigjcomedy.com.
I'm doing
use
it.
code
Ari Shaffir and Dan Soder.
Yeah, use the code Bonfire for comp tickets. And then, of course, make sure you follow us at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You're at the Stress Factory this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. Make sure you go check out Big J at the Stress Factory. Go to bigjcomedy.com.
I heard Cisa won't let you have David Tell on again.
Dan Soder's going to be at Hyenas in Dallas, Texas. You do that club, Ari, right?
You
You are doing it?
Yeah.
You said if you go back, you're doing that.
Yeah.
Dan Soder's going to be at Hyenas in Dallas, Texas, Thursday, November 3rd through Saturday, November 5th. Make sure you get your tickets at hyенascomedynightclub.com.
It'll also be on dansoder.com soon.
Thank God. And Sebastian, thanks, Sebastian, for joining us. His new special, Why Would You Do That, out now on Showtime. Check out his podcast if you want to hear Lou in a different format.
Happier.
The Pete and Sebastian Show on iTunes. And then also this Thanksgiving weekend in Chicago, hometown shows for Sebastian. He's got 6 shows he's doing at the Chicago Theater.
Damn!
6 shows at the Chicago Theater. There are still a few tickets available, so you can make sure you go to Sebastian's website for that, which is Sebastian Comedy.
6 shows at Chicago Theater.
SebastianLive.com.
Rogan just started doing one there.
Really? How big is it?
I mean, it's big.
I don't know, but let's see Chick-fil-A, motherfucker.
Chick-fil-A! Ari Shaffir, we love you. We'll catch you guys next week live on the Bonfire.